Way back in 2020, after Romain Grosjean miraculously escaped from a ball of flames, Haas needed a replacement driver for 2 last races. They turned to this guy, Pietro Fittipaldi. Many thought it would be his only 2 appearances in Formula 1. All of a sudden, we can't stop seeing his name all over the place. It looks like he'll be the guy racing for Haas, at least for the start of the season. However, as a matter of fact, the Brazilian has a much worse racing record than Mazepin. So here's how he got his super license to race in Formula 1. Back in 2017, there was a race series called the World Series Formula V8 3.5, the successor to the much more famous Formula Renault 3.5 that was won by excellent drivers like Robert Kubica, Kevin Magnussen, and Carlos Sainz. It made sense that winning the series awarded a load of super license points. However, in 2015, Renault Sport withdrew its backing from the series, which made the field go from fantastic Formula 1 prospects to drivers who often didn't even make it to Formula 2. For example, the title fight in 2013 was between Magnussen and Van Dorn, and in 2014 it was between Sainz and Gasly. But since 2015, the only graduate who's become a full-time Formula 1 driver is Nicholas Latifi. The main requirement for a super license, the thing that lets you drive in Formula 1, on top of some formalities, is to accumulate 40 points over 3 calendar years. That World Series Formula V8 3.5 thing somehow still offered 35 super license points to the champion in 2017, despite not attracting any stronger talent anymore. Pietro won the championship that year, with the only other notable driver there being Roy Nissany. So for 2018, Pietro entered both IndyCar and WEC, but disaster struck at Spa. During practice, he had a terrible crash, so severe that it broke his legs. With the season written off for him, he asked the FIA very nicely if he could keep his 35 license points for a bit longer, because, well, he had broken legs. The FIA said, sure, but you need to get 5 more to get your super license. So, he entered DTM for 2019, but only managed a terrible 15th in the standings, and added nothing to his license tally. At the end of the year, he would compete in the Asian F3 series, another good opportunity for more points. He only needed to finish 5th to get the 6 license points and get over 40. The season started badly for him, however, and he was still a distant 6th in the standings with 6 races to go. At that point, we're in February 2020. And what happened? Well, a certain disease spread across the world, and many drivers had to pull out of the Asian F3 series. 2 of the drivers ahead of him in the standings, De Francesco and Fernandez, decided to pull out. He was elevated to 4th, and eventually finished 5th behind W Series legend Jamie Chadwick, and Nikita Mazepin. Pietro didn't care though, 5th was good enough for him, and he finally had his hands on an FIA super license. So here we are today, with a likeable driver who has a fantastic story, don't get me wrong, but who is mostly in Formula 1 because he won a dead series in 2017, broke his legs in 2018, saw a global pandemic take over in 2020, and because Russia decided to invade Ukraine in 2022. To be fair though, he took all the opportunities available to him and did well when he replaced Grosjean, so I'm sure he'll manage. Who do you think will take the full-time Haas seat? Let me know in the comments, subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and thank you for watching.